welcome to Fin24. Today we're speaking to Prem Govender, Chairperson of the South African Savings Institute. Hi Prem.
Hi.
Prem, we're looking at financial literacy and how financially literate South African consumers are. Can you expand on that?
Yes, I can. Unfortunately, South Africa does have a very low rate of financial literacy. What this means is that the bulk of our population have absolutely no idea what is available out there to them, for them, what kind of savings products there are, how not to get duped into unsavory deals. That basically is really missing in our communities.
But don't you find that what is out there also is sometimes so intimidating in the manner in which it's written, so jargonized in the manner in which it's written, so very complicated that South Africans are struggling to understand what is even out there right now?
Absolutely. You have hit the nail firmly on the head. We need to have products, savings products that are actually couched in plain language, plain, simple language that the man in the street can understand and not be afraid of hidden terms and conditions, fine print that they cannot understand. Basically, what we need in South Africa is products that use plain language, simple.
What is the South African Savings Institute doing to get South African consumers to that point, or to get the industry, the savings industry, to that point where we give out information that people can understand?
So basically what we do is partner with financial services companies. I'm referring to banks and insurance companies and investment houses. And in the course of the year, we have several initiatives, several drives that we take on. Our flagship event has always been National Savings Month, which is now known, it's accepted that July in South Africa is National Savings Month. So during this month, we kick off with a launch at the beginning of the month, and thereafter we have several initiatives that we take to the communities, to employers and to schools, basically trying to educate consumers not only of their rights as far as financial products go, but even to an extent what is out there for them. That's partly what we do, but we are faced with an even bigger challenge in that South Africans are seriously indebted. So this speaks to bad money management, and what we want to do is to not just inculcate this culture of saving. We also want to teach people how to manage their money, how not to get caught in the spiral of debt that most South Africans seem to be in at the moment.
Prem, before we go, can you give us a few practical savings tips that we could use in our everyday life?
I think the starting point is to actually draw up a budget. You'll be amazed at how few people do this. Once you have physically written down what's coming in and what's going out, then it's easy to see where the drain on your resources are. And for us, that would be the starting point. And I think the next huge tip that we could give people is that stop trying to keep up with the Joneses. I think this is what happens in our community. Unfortunately, people see what their colleagues have, they see what their neighbors have, they see what their relatives have, and regardless of whether they can afford it or not, they pursue these dreams, which are not necessarily their dreams, and it is these dreams that are causing South Africans to end up in this spiral of debt. We seem to be living in a society of instant gratification. Nobody wants to save before they buy. Because they know that credit is so easily available in the country, they just go and indebt themselves further simply because they want something. We have forgotten the difference between needs and wants, and I think what we need to do is to go back to the drawing board and teach ourselves what is a need and what is a want.
Thank you so much, Prem. We'll definitely be in touch with you and the South African Savings Institute in this Savings Month. And I think an important point that we also need to make, Prem, is that in these tough financial times, there are no more Joneses to keep up with. It's all an illusion.